Trigger electrical engineering, how to solve problems for series circuits, parallel circuit, and mesh current analysis using matrix. The widespread use of algebra in electrical engineering emphasized the subject significance as both a theoretical tool and a practical requirement. Electrical engineers can create effective, dependable, and creative answers to challenging problems presented by contemporary technology by utilizing.
Now I would like to present about our problem statement about our project. The first problem statement that we provide is the first total resistance in two different types of circuit. From the project we provide a calculation in which helps anyone, especially beginner in electrical engineering field, to solve and finding the resistance calculation for both series circuit and parallel circuits. The second problem statement is power dissipation, in which that from the calculation it will increase the ease of use for user to help track and get power dissipation values in the back end while doing the calculation. And the last problem is to detect mesh current analysis, in which that from the calculation we utilize circuits current mesh analysis to solve complex circuit by using Kirchhoff's voltage law, or called as KVL calculation.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Alia Namira Binti Jelani, DI230016. So for my part, I will present to you about the mathematical solution for the first one that we include in our coding. The first solution is calculate mesh current using Cramer's rule. Mesh current used to solve systems of linear equation using determinant. So as you can see, it's a determinant 2 by 2 matrix, and this is the formula. Mesh currents, we write the minimum number of Kirchhoff voltage equations at the systematic manner as a metric form. So the equation should be written as many as they are unknown in the circuits. So in the practice, number of mesh current is number of windows in the circuits, if the circuits can be joined to a plane. So in mesh current methods too, only voltage sources are allowed. So possible current sources should transform to voltage sources. So that's it from me.
So for the second mathematical solution, it will be the total resistance in two different types of circuit. For this one, there will be two different formula because we have parallel circuit and series circuit. For the parallel circuit, we need we as we can see, the formula is 1 divided by the resistance, but for the series circuit, we just need to add on all the resistance in the circuit.
Hello, my name is Aiman Hani Binola. So I'm just going to not to cut any time. So I'm just to explain the code and we're going to test it. So first of all, we include the headers and then we define the structure, store the circuit result, and we initialize the function prototypes. So actually, our program can be reused by the user as many times as they need, as they want, and it will show all the result in each calculation, and we display all the results at the end of the program after we say no next user, and they can actually pick series, parallel, or mesh currents. So mesh currents is particularly for Cramer's rules, which is using matrices, and it helps to have analysis. While and the codes have been using a lot of memory here in order to store the resistor count, voltage drop, power dissipation, and mesh currents. And also we have error message for everything, quite pretty much everything. And as you can see here, because we actually validate many things, validated fault fluid, validated string, I mean like validated input, and yeah, this is one. If we want to enter data for another user, one for yes, two for no. Okay, let's proceed with how the memory works here. So this is how the memory works, and this is the function for validation to validate whether is it the correct input or not based on the range that we provided as the parameter. And then the same one, you have to validate the is it a float. So first of all, we have the function to calculate series circuit. So this help in order to solve the problem in real life problem, circuit and the circuit between the series circuit and parallel circuit are different in terms of the calculation, especially even though you're using the same things, it's a Ohm's law, but the calculation for the summation is different, as you can see from here. So and as you can see from here, so there's subtle difference between them, and this should be addressed because in the school right now, in the real world application, people will think, oh, it's the same, it's the same thing, but in terms of the Ohm's law, V equal to IR, and so it's particularly different. And then we have for the Caramel's rule that we are with actually how the matrices works. So fun facts about matrices in coding itself is a two-dimensional array can be considered or we can say that is directly a matrix. So this is how we calculate because we have the matrices and determinant in order to know whether it can be solved using mesh I mean the Cramer's rule, and I mean the mesh current can be solved using Cramer's rule or not. So as you can see here, so this is actually a nested for loop, whereas we are comparing the temporary matrix and also the resistance, and we are using the the calculation that we can actually refer from the internet from our own research. And this is how we find out the total voltage, total current, total resistance, voltage drops, and power dissipations using FABs actually. So FAB is I would say the function in how to explain it. So this is is an undeclared library function, but it works. It works in just a one error code, but actually it works. So this is how we have the determinant 2 by 2. So the 2 by 2 matrix, and this is how we print the matrices, and this is how we print the result, and also to print all result at the end of the program. So let's just try to run the codes. Okay, first of all, let's try with the series circuit first, and let's just pick the number of resistor 2. So let's go with 10, 20, 30, and you will get the result here. So it is actually in the tabular form, because I am having a different view right now due to my C lion. So you see it like this. Okay, so let's proceed with the second one. So I will say yes, and then we just pick on the parallel circuit. Like I said, the series circuit and parallel circuits have different calculations. So let's just go with the same inputs here, and as you can see, it's very different, but we are getting the accurate result from the same inputs, but for the different circuit. So I would say yes, and another one for mesh currents, and then this one is this going to be different because we are using analysis for it. So first, let's see like this, and like this, like this. Okay. So as you can see, when it comes to this, a very I would say advanced form of a matrix. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 30, and 40. And then you have the mesh currents, 20, and the result here. So let's just go for no. So you can see it actually loops around all the results again here. So that is from our team, and I believe the system could solve all the three problems stated in our reports. I guess that's it. Thank you.
I'm the tester of this programming. I'm going to present the pseudocode and the output of the programming. For the pseudocode, I have start and end, and I've defined structure circuit result here, and I've defined function validation of string integer here, and I've defined function get validated float here, and here comes the function calculate parallel circuit, here the mesh currents, and the output of the programming are here, the output of the programming, and here comes the end, and that's all for pseudocode. And for output, I hope for programming, I hope my below friend
my fellow for output, I hope my fellow friend Hanif have uh, for coding, I hope my fellow friend groupmate. For coding, I for prog- for programming, I hope my fellow groupmate Hanif have present. For output, I'm going to present now. And there were three outputs here, three type of circuit as a output here. We can select either one, two, three only. If we select four, it will shows invalid choice as the error message. I'm going to choose now series circuit. For series circuit, I'm entering the input. There were three type of circuit in this output. For example, series circuit, parallel circuit, mesh currents. We can only choose either one, two, three only. If we choose four, there will be a pop-up message shows invalid choice. Now I'm choosing series circuit and I'm entering number of resistors. And here comes the output for user number one in table form, and I'm going to enter for the next person. I'm going to choose serious circuits also. I'm going to choose number three. The residence is 3, 10, 20, 30, and voltage source one is 8. 2 is 7, 9, 4, 23, and the match current is this, and that's all from now. And the mesh currents is this, and that's all from me now.